Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of Tradeometry. Today is Thursday, March 12th. A lot of things happened this week from my last update. And a quick recap of what happened this week. I use QQQ for example here. Monday, we get a huge gap down because of what's going on over the weekend. We have some escalation and oil price went up a lot and we have a huge gap down. And QQQ went all the way down to 591 and it starts to recover and oil price start to drop. And I pretty much closed all my positions, all my puts right at the open. As you can see on March 9th, I have 50 contract of SPY put. It was up over 40% total. And I have 100 contract of IWM put. It was up over 20%. So very nice gain. And we have a very nice recovery to fill the gap. And then towards the end of the close, and then there was a reporter from CBS saying she interviewed Trump in a private conversation that Trump told her the war is about to complete. That was basically that one tweet ignited this huge short squeeze in basically in a half hour. It jumped from below 600 all the way to 608 and past 608 to 609. This was pretty incredible, but also very suspicious. I don't think a simple tweet from a reporter with a very much unconfirmed interview would trigger this kind of a short squeeze. I just feel really weird. On the next day, I start to add more short positions when QQQ went past 610, and then again it started to drop, and then it dropped more today. Because of last night, there was a few tankers got attacked by the IRGC in Persian Gulf. There were serious fires and people injured, and I believe at least one sailor was killed in that attack. And then today oil price went up over like 9% today, and S&P 500 and QQQ start to drop again. But even though we dropped today, this drop is much more like a controlled and not too much of a panic sell. I believe VIX is up over 11%. But compared to the previous spike in Monday, it was still very, very low. On Monday, VIX went all the way up to 35. Now it's still at 27. So it's still relatively low, even though it's up 11%. S&P 500 dropped 1.5%, which is not too big a deal. I thought at least it should drop like 2 to 3% today, but it didn't, because US oil was up over 9% today. I thought at least it would trigger S&P 500 and QQQ with a much larger drop, but it only dropped a little over 1%, which shows a lot of strength, to be honest. I believe we are seeing some strength despite overwhelming negativity in the market in terms of the sentiment. The news cycle, it's all very, very negative news. And very interestingly, if you look at Bitcoin, it's actually green today. It's positive. It's showing tremendous strength. And Ethereum, it's slightly green, Solana's green, and Chainlink's green. This is showing some incredible strength. I think there are a few factors in play right now. Due to the current war conflict, the dollar is strengthening. If you look at the DXY, today is up 0.5%, and it's keep going up since the war started actually. If you look at the daily chart, since March it's up from 97 to 99. Why is dollar strengthening? I think a big reason why is that because United States is a big oil exporter who benefits from oil price going up, even though high oil price can have a very negative impact on domestic inflation. But I do believe that Trump can use his influence to pressure the oil companies to keep oil price down for domestic consumers and give those oil companies some tax benefit in return. Because I believe he likes to make deals. I think he will make a deal with the oil companies. So I think that will alleviate some of the inflation pressure in the domestic market. Asia and Europe will be hit hard because they heavily rely on oil imports, and therefore you start to see money coming out of the emerging market and Asia and Europe and coming back to the United States. Because after all, US has the best economy and is most resilient to energy supply shocks. So surprisingly, for the wrong cause, the de-dollarization trade is reversing because US started a regional war in the Middle East. All right, speaking of irony. And as you can see, this is from yesterday. I made another big profit in the IWM puts. And today as well, SMH put, this is QQQ put, and this is IWM put again, up 20k. And this was another stock that I bought during the software sell-off. I bought a dip on NET, which is the ticker for Cloudflare. The reason I bought this stock, I have posted in the Discord channel. So if you are curious, you're welcome to join my Discord channel to find out why I bought this stock and why I'm already up over 30% since I bought the dip. And today I also wanted to share a quote with everyone from Marcus Aurelius, who was the Roman emperor. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What this means is that much of our stress and frustration comes from trying to control things that are entirely out of our hands. The economy, other people's reaction, or unexpected disruptions. True power doesn't come from forcing the world to bend to our will. Instead, our ultimate strength lies in how we choose to respond to those events. We control our own perspectives, our judgment, and our actions. When you let go of external chaos and focus solely on mastering your internal response, you become resilient, focused, and much harder to break. I really like this quote. Marcus Aurelius is also a very great philosopher. This is one of his quotes that inspired me to do great things. And I wanted to share with you his quote. I hope this also inspires you to do great things. And that's all for today. And I'll make another video on Sunday to share my P&L for this week and my strategy going forward. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Another Monday, green on the screen, feeling so serene. Leverage the assets, living the dream, a money machine. Blue chip vision, make the right decision with perfect precision. Yo, we own the street, can't accept defeat. This bull run is sweet. Mark